He was a man everyone admired, the kind neighbor, the devoted husband, the successful financial advisor with a picture-perfect life. But one hidden fault, a single, desperate lie, started a chain reaction that destroyed everything he loved. In just 6 months, his family was gone, his career collapsed, and his name became a headline across America. This is the story of Daniel Whitmore, and the fault that cost him everything. Daniel Whitmore was a 39-year-old financial planner in Charlotte, North Carolina. He had a loving wife, Rebecca, 2 kids, and a spotless reputation. His firm, Whitmore & Associates, managed millions for local businesses. To the outside world, Daniel was living the American dream, a family man, a church volunteer, and a mentor to young bankers. But privately, Daniel was drowning in debt. Between bad stock trades, gambling losses, and credit card bills, his perfect life was already cracking. And when he made one temporary decision to fix it, everything started to fall apart. In 2020, Daniel secretly transferred $420,000 from an inactive client's trust account, telling himself he'd replace it before the next quarterly audit. It was supposed to be a quick fix, a small borrowing, just to catch up, but within weeks, he lost most of it on a cryptocurrency platform that suddenly crashed. When the audit approached, panic set in. Instead of confessing, Daniel began forging digital records, faking account balances, and even creating emails that made it look like the client had approved the withdrawal. He thought no one would notice. He was wrong. In March 2021, an internal auditor flagged inconsistencies in several client portfolios. When questioned, Daniel blamed his assistant, Evan Miller, claiming Evan had mishandled data during a system update. Evan was suspended without pay, and Daniel bought himself more time. But guilt was eating him alive. He stopped sleeping, started drinking heavily, and his wife Rebecca began asking questions. Then, one evening, she found a printed bank statement hidden in his briefcase, with a missing $420,000 clearly showing Daniel's name. That night, everything exploded. On June 12, 2021, neighbors heard shouting from the Whitmore house around 10 p.m. Minutes later, police received a frantic 911 call from Daniel, saying his wife had fallen down the stairs. When officers arrived, Rebecca was dead. Her skull had multiple fractures, and the pattern didn't match a fall. Detectives later found signs of a violent struggle in the kitchen, and a blood-stained letter opener wiped clean. Daniel was arrested the next morning. In custody, he claimed it was an accident, but his story didn't hold. From the Whitmore house around 10 p.m. Minutes later, police received a frantic 911 call from Daniel, saying his wife had fallen down the stairs. When officers arrived, Rebecca was dead. Her skull had multiple fractures, and the pattern didn't match a fall. Detectives later found signs of a violent struggle in the kitchen, and a blood-stained letter opener wiped clean. Daniel was arrested the next morning. In custody, he claimed it was an accident, but his story didn't hold. When investigators searched his office, they uncovered everything: forged documents, fake emails, and deleted financial files. The evidence was overwhelming. The young assistant, Evan, who had been suspended, was cleared of all wrongdoing. By September 2022, Daniel Whitmore was convicted of second-degree murder and financial fraud, sentenced to life in prison without parole. Local media called it the banker's fault. A man who had everything and lost it all to a lie he couldn't undo. In his final court statement, Daniel said quietly, "I just wanted to fix one mistake. But every lie I told became another nail in my own coffin." The courtroom was silent. A respected man destroyed, not by violence, but by his own choices. Sometimes, evil doesn't start with murder. It starts with a fault we think we can hide.
What do you think? Was Daniel a greedy man, or just desperate to protect his image? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more real-life true crime. Thanks for watching, and watch out for part 2.